Hey everyone, I'm Laura Gadenik. I'm an astrologer and a therapist, and I'm here to give you the astrology for the weeks of May 4th through the 17th, 2026. So today, on Monday, May 4th, we have Mars in Aries making a square to Jupiter in Cancer. It's likely you will have noticed this energy for the last couple of days. Mars is our energy, how we take action, how we take initiative, and it's really strong in the sign of Aries. So it basically gives us more momentum to do things, more energy to go after things. It brings a lot of boldness, courage, and bravery into our actions. Jupiter in Cancer is very nurturing and caring and wants to protect the clan or the group or the family, and it can bring healing to the family or to a smaller unit of people. It's definitely more protective and focused on safety. So there might be some slight tension here between your desire to be bold and courageous and try something new, and also your desire to kind of stick to what feels familiar or safe, and to really nurture and protect what you already have going for you. So there's a little bit of tension there. At the same time, Mars-Jupiter squares often bring an enormous amount of physical energy, and a desire to do a lot of activities or to do a lot or to take risks that you wouldn't normally take. And you'll probably notice this energy tomorrow, potentially Wednesday as well. However, Tuesday the 5th, we have Mercury square Pluto, and you might notice this a little bit more tomorrow and Wednesday. Mercury is our mind, it's how we think, communicate, how we share ideas. Pluto is a planet that wants to get to the bottom of things and get to the root of things and see what's beneath the surface. So this is a good day to investigate something and get to the bottom of something or get to the root of something. It's a good day for deep and honest conversations and to dig deeper into something with someone. Great day for journaling, self-analysis, analyzing, reflecting, therapy, honestly. If you can go to therapy this week, go Tuesday or Wednesday because the energy is potent for getting to the bottom of something and being able to heal it from getting to the root. Wednesday the 6th, Pluto does station retrograde at 5 degrees of Aquarius. It's going to be retrograde all the way until October 15th, and it's going to retrograde all the way back to just 3 degrees Aquarius. So we're just traversing 2 degrees here. Pluto is a very slow-moving planet. It takes about 15 to 20 years to travel through a sign. So it's very thorough in the degrees that it's traveling through and really helps us do a deep, deep dive into the areas of our chart that it's traveling. So whatever house Aquarius is for you, these house topics are where you've been doing a deeper dive. And of course, it gets more complex in your own personal chart versus just generally, and what aspects Pluto is making to other planets in your personal chart, etc. So it gets a lot more specific depending on your chart. On Sunday the 10th, we have the Sun in Taurus making a sextile to Jupiter in Cancer. This really brings a sense of ease and abundance and, really healing qualities like peace and forgiveness. Jupiter brings that healing, nurturing energy, especially in the sign of Cancer where it's exalted. So this feels really optimistic and uplifting and like you have a broader perspective. And the same energy honestly follows through Tuesday the 12th, even into Wednesday the 13th. On Tuesday the 12th, Mercury makes this sextile to Jupiter, bringing similar vibes, similar energy. On Thursday the 14th, we have Mercury making a conjunction with Mercury making a conjunction with the Sun in the sign of Taurus. So this is called a cazimi. Anytime a planet enters the heart of the Sun, it's called a cazimi. And it's like that planet's energy or significations is highlighted or exemplified, or there's brought some sort of awareness around what that planet represents. So Mercury is the mind, conversation. So we have some sort of aha moment or some sort of clarity around specifically our Taurus house, whatever house that is for you. You can look in your birth chart. So we're going to have some new insights, some awarenesses, aha moments, some clarity. Great day once again to journal, to have conversations, and to reflect. On Saturday the 16th, we have a new moon in the sign of Taurus. So this is new beginnings in this part of your chart, whatever house that is for you. Once again, this is happening at 25 degrees of Taurus. On the same day, we have Mars making a conjunction with Chiron. Mars, once again, is a planet about action, energy, how we do things. And Chiron is the wound. It's the thing that hurts, or a pain point. Now, when Mars comes into conjunction with Chiron, it can be a little bit of an ouchy moment. And that's because Mars is already a bit of a pokey planet. It represents things that are sharp. It represents conflict. It represents separation and division. And, when that planet comes, especially being so strong in the sign of Aries, Mars is in rulership in the sign of Aries. So it's able to carry out its kind of like potential, so to speak, very easily. And so when it comes into conjunction with Chiron, a place that feels kind of wounded or unhealed or sensitive, it can feel like a flare up. It can feel like a little bit of like a moment of like, this maybe some triggers being poked at. Thankfully, Venus in Gemini is making a sextile to Mars and Chiron. So this can help bring some healing energy, some ease, some conversations with people of understanding and of collaboration. Venus is about collaboration and harmony. So it could also be a time of healing something that's sensitive, and maybe even taking action, Mars, on a wound or on something that is not yet healed. This might not be new material. We've been having planets pass over Chiron the last several weeks. We had Mercury just make a conjunction with Chiron last week, I believe it was. We had the Sun and Venus make a conjunction with Chiron in the last couple of weeks. So this is not new. This might even be the same stuff that you've been navigating that's been maybe a bit challenging. So just another opportunity to become more conscious of a wound and become more conscious of what can help heal it and maybe what your part in it is as well. Sunday the 17th, Mercury heads into Gemini and makes a conjunction with Uranus, who just recently entered Gemini. Now, Mercury is really strong in the sign of Gemini. Mercury is in rulership. It rules Gemini. So our thoughts, our conversations become crystal clear and more organized and more succinct and detailed even. And we might have just kind of more connections being made in our brains to communicate more readily or easily. And conjunct Uranus is a planet about freedom, innovation, revelation, revolution, change. And so really this combination is really innovative. We have breakthrough moments, we have new ideas, we have outside of the box thinking, we have maybe aha moments or enlightening conversations, really potent energy. And you will notice this energy probably for a couple of days as well. And Mercury will remain in Gemini for several weeks. So we'll have the strength of Mercury in Gemini for a bit longer, basically, than 1 or 2 days. And that is the astrology for the next couple of weeks. If you are curious about how this lands for you more personally, I'm available for consultations. This is very general astrology, which is very applicable still. However, it can become even more specific around what cycle of life you're in, what's happening right now in your life, and how can you work with the energy. When is it a good time to do something, and when is it not a good time to do something? These are things that astrology and astrology readings can help you with and help you understand kind of what the energy flow is looking like in your life personally. So reach out if that's interesting to you. Otherwise, I'll be back in a couple of weeks with another astrological update, and I hope you have a wonderful couple of weeks. Take care.